Welcome back to the Lights Out podcast, bedtime stories for boys and girls around the world. Good evening, boys and girls. Are you ready for bed? Are you all snuggled up and ready for another Lights Out bedtime story? Great, because you're in for a fantastic treat of a story tonight. It's part 2 of The Fing by David Williams. Chapter 2, An Alphabet of Stuff. Over the years, Myrtle's bedroom became so piled high with stuff her parents had got her that you could barely get in or out. She demanded more and more and more, and she got more and more and more. Myrtle had at least one thing for every letter of the alphabet. Ant Farm, home to 1,000,001 ants. Boomerang, that doesn't come back. Myrtle lost that on her first throw. Cowbells which girl put round her mother's neck so she could locate her easily. Dog grooming set, even though she didn't have a dog. Elf, finger puppet of every king and queen of England from 1066 to the present day. Gravel collection, it was the biggest in Europe. Ham slicer, even though she hated ham. Ice skates made for an elephant, 4 of them. Jar containing one scientist, Albert Einstein's burps. Knee warmers. Lucky sausage. Actually, it was unlucky. Map of Belgium, a country she had no intention of ever visiting, as it was, in her words, too Belgiumy. Nelson's column, made out of sultanas, life size. Owl fudge. This is fudge made of melted down owls. It's even more disgusting than it sounds. Painting of some air. It wasn't much to look at. Quicksand. Children who came over for a play date and ended up disappearing. Myrtle met their doom in it. Remote-controlled hedge, which could reach speeds of up to 1 mile an hour. Stuffed flea. It was so small that it was impossible to see. Turnip shampoo. It made your hair smell as fresh as a turnip. Underpants for worms, only come in one size, which is small. Venom from poisonous aubergine, deadly. Wombat juicer, perfect for producing a cool, refreshing glass of wombat juice. Xylophone case. Myrtle didn't want an actual xylophone, just a case for one. Yeti. It hasn't been sighted in the Himalaya mountains for years because Myrtle kept it locked in her cupboard. Zebra dong. It was the only thing she could think of that began with a Z or a Z. One thing Myrtle didn't have any of was books. Despite her parents being librarians, she detested books and thought they were boring. The girl had all this stuff, a universe of junk, but still, she wanted something more. The funny thing was, she just didn't know what. The end of chapter 2 of Fing by David Williams, here on the Lights Out podcast. Bedtime stories for boys and girls around the world. Good night.